This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start. Hello, everybody. Whoops, hang on a minute. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to what is another video. Before we start, may I just say thank you very much for supporting the YouTube channel, watching the videos in the way that you are. It's very much appreciated. I hope you're learning plenty about these horses. I think people that have been watching the channel for a while now realise that there's some nice horses on here. Yeah, it is what it is, this channel. Some very nice horses on here. And the good thing about most of them is that they're all identified fairly in advance of the races that they win. So it gives people plenty of time to assess, have a look themselves, and then make a proper informed decision, which is always fantastic, I think. Right, so basically what we're going to do today is we're going to go back to Germany and look at German racing for another two horses. That can be hopefully found, if they're good enough, on classicwatch24.great/site.net. That will be where the horses will be found. A couple of Australian horses on there, but Australian 3-year-old, them horses are just a little more a test, really. They're nice horses, but whether they belong on a site dedicated to classics, there's races more important than classics in Australia that aren't even pattern races. You know, I'm learning a lot about Australian pattern this year, trying to work out which horses are trying to go for the classics and which one aren't. So it's been an education for all of us. I wouldn't put anybody off the horses on there at all. classicwatch24.great/site.net. What I've got today is a colt and a filly, both trained in Germany. When I looked at them after they won the two pattern races that they did, where one of them was actually identified before it won a pattern race, I noticed that they're very closely bred, closely related, both on the same dam line, 16C, and both have the same horses towards the back of the pedigree. The 8th, the 9th, and the 10th dams are similar, identical, not similar. So all it's a matter of doing really is just taking a look at the first 4 dams of both horses, see what we can find, and then both horses will eventually end up in the same place. So it's a classic. Those that have known me personally for a while will know that I've followed horses like this quite often. I've always called it the buy one, get one free, where in a week another horse will win that I'll notice that the 5th dam of it is Summit, and then the next week another one will go in. So it's just the way that they fell. I think both of these might have even ran on the same day, on the day they were identified. I'm not sure. But without further ado, I think it's time to really start banging on about the horses. And then what I'll do is I'll bang on about the first one, look at the first 4 or 5 dams, watch the race win, watch the horse win, and then I'll have to pause the video, line up the second one, and we'll do the same there. But then we'll have a look at the horses that the back dam's been in, the 10th, the 9th, the 8th dams, if that makes sense. It will when it all comes together, and then we'll watch that one win, and then we'll all go on and get on with our lives. That is how I hope the video is going to work. Right, without further ado, the first horse is Shagara. Nice horse, this. By a stallion that I think is going to only thrive the longer it's in stud. It's out of Zarkava by Dubawi Zarak, and out of a dam called Shebang, who herself was sired by Monson. It actually was identified by me when it was second, believe it or not. I watched that race closely that day, and it did the best out of the 2 I had that I was hoping to move forward with. So I moved forward with it anyway, stuck it on a maybe list. And then it obliged at Group 3 level in the actual Winter Kernaghan Trial after finishing second in the Winter Kernaghan Trial at Cologne at listed level. It then went up to Group 3, up to the mile, and won the race we're going to take a look at after I've looked at the pedigree of it. The Price to Winter Kernaghan, which is really the leading group race for 2-year-olds in Germany. There's the Winter Favoriten for colts. Unfortunately, and I'm not sure where we are with them this year yet. Oh, yeah, I am. Narrativo was second, and Borna was third. So the two from the last German video are there or thereabouts. And the Winter Kernaghan, excuse me, which is this race, with the odd listed race in between. There's not a lot for 2-year-olds in Germany. So maybe we might even find more looking at the 3-year-old trials next year. Who knows? But ideally, these would be the ones. It's an interesting horse, very well bred, and like I said, 16C. That's the 5th dam. Unfortunately, we'll get to there in due course. You'll see that it's 16C. And we're going to take a look at, say, back to Shona now. Shantu, the 5th dam that we've just had on the screen, we'll go back to. That was born 50 years ago. And then we'll take a look at what horses we've got identified that we are on the same line as. A couple of stallions there. Definitely a couple of stallions there. Shebang is one. Shebang is the 1st dam of the horse. She only won one of her 7 starts and was placed twice for £10,200. She's obviously a black type producer with this horse that we're looking at now. Shagara. The 2nd dam was foaled in 2005, called Savenia. She was arguably quite unlucky to win only one of her 7 starts. She finished second another 4 times and collected €26,500, 26,500 euros even. She was out of her Dashing Blade. We'll see there that she was actually a listed winner. She won the Henkel trial, and she was also second in another listed race. So she's a good filly. Nothing as of yet really coming through of any quality. The 3rd dam was foaled in 1992, called Slawa. She was out of Polish Precedent, who was a fine sire in Germany. She won 1 out of 8 starts, but she was in the first 3 in half of them, collecting 89,400 Deutschmarks in her racing career. And she was another one. She was actually placed in the Price to Winter Kernaghan, the very race that this horse has won, Shagara. The 3rd dam was placed in it. She was actually placed in 3 listed races herself, Slawa. So already the level is sort of quite high, and you can see that the one that we've found is sort of improving on what the dams have done so far. And the 4th dam foaled in 1996, Shona, by Windworth. She was another one who managed to win 75% of her races, 3 out of 4 starts, and she won €11,000, foaled in 1986. People see that she was in fact a listed winner, winning the Rudolf Ertzker Rennen, a listed race. The 5th dam then, like we said, Shantu, foaled in 1973, winner of two of her 7 starts. She was actually in the first 3 in all 7 of her starts, looking at that. And Shantu managed to win 2 listed races, the listed Gontard Rennen and the Düsseldorfer Student Price. And she was also placed at Group 2 level in the German Oaks and placed in the 2 Group 3s, the Ludwig Goebbels and Erinnerungsrennen, Group 3. I wonder if he's any relation, Ludwig. And she was also 3rd in the Deutsche Student Price, Group 3 race of over 1.5 miles as well. This mare here was foaled in 1973 by Charlottetown. It's worth remembering now that these horses we're going to start looking at later are the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th dams of Shagara. Schwarzbladio in 1947, Schwarzgold, and Schwarzliesel. I mean, that's where we're going to end up when we look at both horses. But for now, we might as well leave that one there because we might need that one later. To remind everybody, one thing I will do. We're going to take a look at some of the horses now that I found that have pattern form that were related before we got to the 5th dam. Sky Out was one. Sky Out was 3rd in the Group 2 Union Rennen of 2021, which is arguably some of the best form on offer at Group 2 place, despite not winning a race. He was placed 5 times, won €11,000. Shebang is also the dam of that by Adlerflug. So Shagara is a half-sister to that. By another good stallion, Adlerflug was as well, so too Zarak. So we've got some interesting horses here we're going to look at. Sargas is another one, quite lightly raced. Only 3 starts, 1 win, 1 place. €9,500. That was always so second in the listed Price to Volksbank listed Derby trial. 3. So already we're getting to see some classic trials where we would like this horse to end up. Savenya is the 2nd dam of Shagara. She is the dam of Sargas. Slavomira is another one that was placed at Group 2 level in Germany, 2nd in the Maurice Lacroix Trophy and exported as a broodmare to India. She won one of her 5 starts, 1 place, €23,000. Another Group 2 placed horse there, Slavomira. Slava, the 3rd dam of Shagara, is also the dam of Slavomira. Things go up a level next now, I think it's fair to say. Somernacht, foaled in 1997, is out of Shona, who is the 4th dam of this horse. Somernacht. Somernacht won 2 listed races, the Dusseldorfer Stutenpreis and another one that won the Price de Winter Koningen, the same race that this horse has won, Shagara, in 1999, 24 years after this line won the race. Yeah, this is a line that's done well over the years. It was also 2nd in an Italian Group 3, the Premio Primi Passi, and 2nd in another 2 German listed races. You'll see, though, that Somernacht was a very good dam in her own right. These are only 2 of the 3 or 4 pattern racehorses that were no better than what we'd found already. Summer Arband, who is out of Somernacht, very good international horse. Winner of 12 of his 35 starts in the first 3 on 22 out of 35. Winner of €452,347. Next video we do, I'm going to come back and we'll look at how good this stallion is on the other side. It will save me looking at it, looking for it live on stream. But you'll see there that Summer Arband won a lot of races. He won the first Group 2 winner we've had on the line. He won the Gross Europa Miele Group 2 in Germany. He also won the Prix de Muguet of 2014, another Group 2. He also added to Shagara's Group 3 victory with a win in the Prix Edmond Blanc, and he also won the Prix de la Port Mayo, 7 furlongs and a mile around that trip, really. No Group 1 form, though. Another couple of listed wins there. The Grand Prix Anjou Britannia, the Prix Jacques de Blamond, the Prix Luthier race. It was actually today. It's actually run over a lot further than what it was then. And I think this race, I'm pretty sure it's the Prix Luthier today. I might be wrong. And only watched it 2 hours ago. And it was also second in the Prix Daniel Wildenstein as well on Arc Day, Group 2. Plenty of other placed form. Entered stud in 2015. So I'll have a look off camera and see if that one's still about at stud, and then we will have a look at it. If it is, Sommertag is another former stallion, sadly died in 2010. That one won 5 out of 17 starts in the first 3, 8 out of 17. Not really as much of a globe trotter, winning just under €90,000, but it did win a Group 3. It won the Heel Baden-Württemberg Trophy over a nice trip of 1 mile 3 furlongs, and it also won the listed Baden-Baden Cup over 10 furlongs. Group 2 placed in the Merrill Lynch Euro Cup as well, before going to stud in France in 2010, and then sadly passing away just after that. So you see there that even before we get to Shona, there's some nice horses to see on this horse's line. Shagara. You know, we haven't really made the Group 1 breakthrough yet, but Summer Arband himself was a nice horse. And I'm hoping that this Shagara could be one to move forward with regarding moving towards the German Guineas, which isn't a Group 1, but we still like to win it. And the German Oaks, which I think is now a Group 1. Got a bit of classic form in that when it was a Group 2 that was spotted with one of the mares. But Shagara, I think she showed a good attitude here when she won this race. The Chrysler Winter Favoriton, or whatever it's called. I always get them middled up. Winter Kernighan and Winter Favoriton. Winter Kernighan is for the fillies. Winter Favoriton for the colts. So we're going to take a look at this race now. I mean, used to struggle to find German racing before, but you know, I've managed to find this sort of site from somewhere. It seems to have quite a lot of German races on it, which is superb to see. Shagara is the one that's just forced in front of the line. Again, the commentary is in German. It's just is what it is.
Saman als vorletzte Kandidatin für Darius Racing. Anna Riva hat ihren Startplatz bezogen. Saman jetzt als letzte Kandidatin für BBAG, Preis der Winterkönigin, 1600 Meter, alles startklar. Boxentüren auf für den Königslauf der zweijährigen Stuten. Sie sind alle zunächst einmal gut abgesprungen. Wer übernimmt zunächst einmal die Spitze? Words of Peace mit Go Quick außen, mit Princesa, mit New York City und Linzona direkt alle um eine gute Position bemüht. Dann die Gruppe dort mit Shagara, mit Princess Valentina vor Lady Mary. Zurück im Feld galoppierend, genauso wie Saman. Jetzt sortieren wir mal, wer hat sich durchgesetzt an der Spitze. Words of Peace mit New York City an der Innenseite. Dahinter Shagara vor Princesa, Go Quick aktuell noch ohne Lage vor Linzona, vor Lady Mary, Princess Valentina an der Innenseite vor Saman und Anna Riva findet sich inzwischen am Ende des Feldes wieder. Durch den Rastatter Bogen geht es. Words of Peace zeigt den Weg mit 1,5 Längen Vorteil vor Princesa außen, von New York City an der Innenseite. Dahinter die Gruppe mit Go Quick ohne jegliche Lage an der Seite von Shagara vor Linzona, Lady Mary. Dahinter Anna Riva mit Saman und Princess Valentina ganz an der Innenseite, alles dicht geknubbelt, wo es auf die letzte Ecke zugeht in der Winterkönigin. New York City innen an der Seite von Words of Peace, dann Princesa, dann Go Quick außen, dahinter ist es dann Shagara, Lady Mary, Saman, dann ist es Anna Riva vor Linzona und vor Princess Valentina. New York City geht nach vorne, New York City mit Words of Peace an der Außenseite, New York City, Words of Peace, die kämpfen, dann Shagara und dann ist es Lady Mary, Words of Peace gegen New York City an der Innenseite, Shagara und Lady Mary jetzt auf freie Bahn beordert. Spät, aber das ist noch nicht zu spät. Lady Mary, Shagara innen, Shagara und Lady Mary, Shagara, Lady Mary, Shagara ist die Winterkönigin gegen Lady Mary, gegen New York City. Words of Peace riesig gelaufen, Saman, Princess Valentina, Anna Riva, Linzona, Princesa und Go Quick. Was für ein tolles Finale. Wie in Köln trennt sie vielleicht ein Kopf oder eine Viertellänge und wie in Köln mit dem besseren Ende wohl für.
I thought that was a great ride from the jockey Andreas Stark. How to educate a horse without actually hitting it.
Er hat gewonnen. Shagara
On the outside we were, and she just managed to get up on the line. But I think, to be honest, a lot of jockeys might not have won that race. I thought he gave her a great ride there, and without any shadow of a doubt, I thought that was a good ride. Produced her at just the right time, and you can sort of see that they didn't want to produce her too soon. And on that day, he produced her absolutely perfectly, I think. Good win in its own right in German racing, that Group 3 win for Shagara. And I think people will see that I think this horse is definitely not without hope. Looks a nice horse. But for now, though, I'm going to have to pause this video quickly to line up the next horse, and then I will be back shortly. But for now, thank you very much for watching, everybody. And by the miracles of science, I will be back shortly with a look at a horse very closely related to this one. Take care for now, everybody. And if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you... Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Right, a lot of horses to get through here, so we're going to get cracking. Before we look at the second horse, I did say that I would find Summer Arband. Take a quick look at his stud career. You'll see there, €4,500 currently. Hard to weigh up, really. They're pretty average size crops, but he's only had one stakes winner thus far in 3 crops of racing age, really. And that's this horse here, Tudo Ben, won a listed race at Chantilly. But I did notice there that he had the champion 2-year-old colt in Spain in 2022 also. So, hard to say, really. They might go jumping, some of them, when they get older. You don't know, do you? So it'll be interesting to see. But at the minute, you'd have to say that he's a fairly average stallion. Right, on to the next horse, the final horse of the video, and that horse is Maigret, the colt, sired by an Australian-bred horse called Counter Attack, out of a Dabarism-sired mare called Minoris, owned by Gustav Karlshoff, trained by Bohumil Nedorostek. I'm going to have a punt at that. So, very interesting horse, this Maigret, I think. I think it's got a better first 5 dams than the horse we just looked at. And then the heavy artillery comes out after that, it's fair to say. Maigret was actually identified when he won the listed race at Dusseldorf, the Junioren Price. And I thought that was a good performance. We're going to take a look at the race. And so he's unbeaten horse at the moment, 2 runs and 2 victories. It's always good to see. There you'll see again, 16C. Before we take a look at the horses that I found, we're going to do the same as what we did with the last one. We're going to go this time to Sandy Island, the 4th dam, because the 5th dam of this one, Sayonara, is actually foaled in 1965. The first dam, Minoris, is actually unraced by Dabarism, like I said. The second dam, Monspar, sired by Monson, won 1 out of her 2 starts in France at 3 over 2,300 metres. The third dam, Spa, was foaled in 1995 by Sadler's Wells, and again, she was unraced. And the 4th dam foaled in 1981. Sandy Island actually raced quite well. She was in the first 2 in 4 of her 5 starts, winning just shy of $70,000. And she won the Pretty Polly Stakes in England, and she also won the Group 3 Lancashire Oaks. Oh no, what's that? 2nd in the Ribblesdale and 3rd in the Musidora as well. So, a pretty good filly, it's fair to say. the fourth dam, Sandy Island. And like we said, the fifth dam was foaled in 1965. Plenty of interesting horses that I found, though, I must admit, in the pedigree here. My Lady, the horse we're looking at, Maigret, is actually a half brother to that. And that was let me get back to the horse in question. Maigret, unbeaten, of course, like I said. There he is. You'll see there that Minoris is also the dam of My Lady. My Lady has having a good career in the first three. In 6 of her 9 starts, just over $230,000. A German 2-year-old winner at 2, the same race actually, the Junior and Price. I think that's the race that Maigret won. It is. I do like to see that. And at 3, won the Group 3 Dr. Bush Memorial, second in the German 1,000 Guineas, and third in the German Oaks. Then at 4, she was exported to America, and she won the Group 3 The Very One Stakes to go with her German Group 3 victory, trained now by Chad Brown. Out in the States, might be one keeping an eye on if people see that. The next one, Persian Majesty, won 2 starts out of 8 and was placed in another 2, just over $101,000. This one raced in England, winner of the listed Hampton Court Stakes, and it was also third in the Hardwick, a gelding. We'll see there that the third dam of Maigret, Spa, is also the dam of Persian Majesty. Sand Mason. A lot of these are trained by Henry Cecil, the ones coming up now, I think. Sam Mason raced 14 times, winning 2, finishing second 4 times. £115,030 won. He won 2 listed races, the Glasgow Stakes and the Newmarket Stakes at 3. And then at 4 he won the Group 2 Hardwick and was also second in the Jockey Club Stakes and the Aston Park Stakes before going to stand as a stallion in Ireland as late as 2020. But not a bad horse, that. Really, it's fair to say. The next one we found was Sardinia, a dam. Sardinia was in the first 2 in 4 of her 5 starts. £30,000. She won the Pretty Polly and was placed in the Musidora and the Aston Park Stakes. You'll see that we're looking at Sayonara now, who's the fifth dam, Sandy Island, is the fourth dam of both the horses we've just looked at, Sand Mason and Sardinia. Sardinia actually bred a couple of nice horses herself, really, it's fair to say. Samoa. Samoa was in the first 2 in 3 of her first 4 starts. £35,000, second in the Ribblesdale and in the listed Phyllis Trial Stakes. At 3, Sardonic is also out of Sardinia. She won 2 out of her 6 starts and £16,000. She won the listed Ballymacolstead Stakes. Very, very good race, really. That normally is. Some nice bred fillies in here. And that year when Sardonic won it was no exception. A few others I found. Scintillation. You'll see that a dam, Subterfuge, didn't do a lot of herself on the track. But the fourth dam, Sandy Island, is the second dam of these horses. Scintillation in Hong Kong. Raced 45 starts, winning 12 and being in the first 3 in 24 of his 45 starts. 24 million Hong Kong dollars. All these races were listed races. This is the very start when Hong Kong racing virtually got famous worldwide. In 2004, it won these Hong Kong Group 3s, the Sha Tin Sprint Trophy. 2005, it won the Group 1 Mercedes-Benz Hong Kong Classic Mile. Pretty sure these races are internationally recognised now, a lot higher than that. They're listed. 2006, won the Centenary Sprint Cup and the Challenge Cup Handicap. In 2007, it won the Centenary Sprint Cup again and the Premier Bohinia Sprint Trophy. Yeah, a very good horse without any shadow of a doubt. Chairman Sprint Prize, third in that in 2008. Good horse in Hong Kong in his day. Scintillation. by Dane Hill. And another one by Dane Hill was Shania Dane, also out of Subterfuge, winner of 5 of her 21 starts in Australia, but in the first 3 in 14 of them, 846,000 Australian dollars in the day. You see that she won the Group 2 Premier Stakes and the Group 2 Farlac Stakes, and 2 Group 3 wins as well, the South Pacific Classic and the Tramway. And she was placed in plenty of Group 1 races as well, the George Main, the Emirates, the Maya Classic, the All Age Stakes, and the Queen of the Turf Stakes. Very good mare on the track. Shania Dane out in Australia. Risk Aversion, that wasn't a bad one either. Also out of Subterfuge in the first 9 of her 13 starts, winning 5, 215,000 Australian dollars. She's a listed winner of the News About Drambo Stakes, and she was also placed in the Group 3 Millie Fox Stakes. So that's some very nice horses in the Maigret's pedigree. Ones I did find sneakily, because the Racing Post doesn't tell me, unraced mares. These two here, Hello Umzane. People up there, they'll see that Spa and Sandy Island, the 3rd and the 4th dam of Maigret, the same. Hello Umzane hasn't had any horses hitting the ground yet. I think they're coming next season. Winning in 5 of 12 starts in the first 3 in 8 of them, $579,000. Good horse. Won the Group 2 Criterion Maison de Lafitte at 2. Won the Sprint Cup at 3, as well as the Sandy Lane Cup Stakes, Group 2. And at 4, won the Golden Jubilee Stakes. And was second in the Prix Maurice de Geest, the stallion in New Zealand and France. A very well bred one as well, it's fair to say. And also we found another nice horse, Royal Umzane, of course, who can forget that one. Winner of 4 of his 16 starts. In the first 3 and 11 of them, $329,000, pounds, or whatever you want to call it, in Germany, Italy and France. Another one on the Grand Criterium in Italy at Group 2 at 2. And at 3, it won the Group 3 Bavarian Classic and the Ittlingen Derby Trial. Placed in the German Derby and the Grosser Preis de Berlin. And at 4, it was placed again in the Grosser Preis de Berlin, so it was 4th in that. But he was placed in 2 Group 2 races. So he won Group 2 and 2 Group 3s, Group 1 placed, very good horse. So there's plenty there in the back pedigree of Maigret. And that is before we take a look at what's coming up next, which we're going to do now. 16C, you'll see that if we go back, remember the 8th and the 9th dam, it was the 7th or the 8th or something, the same horses that we talked about on Shagara earlier, Schwartz Golden and Schwartz Blariot. We're actually a bit closer in this one, the 7th and the 8th dam of Maigret. So when people look on Family 16C, the things get very interesting indeed, because they'll see that this line is very near the top, very near the roots of it, which can be traced back as far as 1856. If people keep going through these, they'll get to Schwarzer-Liesel, who was actually a German Guineas winner of 1934. And they'll get to a German Classic winner called Schwarzgold. There she is. The 8th dam of Maigret, and I think she was the 9th dam, of Shagara. I think we need to look at that, don't we? Just to know exactly where we are. We will do now. That's some very interesting horses coming off that. You see Shantu, the 5th dam of Shagara, 6, 7, 8th dam Schwartz Blariot, and the 9th dam Schwarzgold. Whereas on Maigret, they're actually a generation in front, you see, Schwarzgold and Schwarzer-Liesel. The 8th and the 9th dam of one, And they're the 8th and the 9th dam of the other. They've got Sabrina is the dam of one. And Schwartz-Blario is the dam of the other. So they branch off just after these two top class horses. Yeah, that was Triple Classic winner, Schwartz Gold. Some of these horses here, I mean, absolutely incredible. We're going to take it goes all the way down to here, really. Sternvogel, folding 1932, and then we're on to the sister of Wild Aggie a long way back. Yeah, we're very close to the front of it. Schönbrunn was in folding 1966, Group 2 Grand Prix de Deauville winner, German Oaks winner, Schwarzgold Rennen winner. Very good horse. You'll see there that we're third and the fourth dam, Schwarzgold and Schwarzer-Liesel, Schwartz-Blario as well. I think that one, Schwartz-Blario, is on this one, isn't it, as well? Yeah, it is. So, but she is actually involved in the pedigree of Sagas. Sagas was never out of the first two in his 13 starts. An incredible horse, really, in the day. Won the Arc, won the Gannet, the Ispahan, Conseil de Paris, the Prix Niel, 2 Prix Foys. Any time it didn't win was second there in the Gannet and the Arc. 1985 co-champion older horse in Europe. Fantastic horse. Absolutely fantastic horse. You've also got Starlift, which was Sagas's brother. You'll see Schönbrunn is the second dam of this and Sagas. Starlift won 8 of his 18 starts, quite average really in relation to his brother. He won some nice races. He won the Prix Royal Oak at 4, which is the French St Leger. He also won the Scaramouche and the Altipan. At 5, he had a few more races, the Group 2, Grand Prix d'Evry, the Prix Dakar, and the Prix Foy, placed in the Gannet. Breeders' Cup Sprint, and did 6 years at Stallion as a stud in Japan. Very good horse. Stachelita. I sort of remember this one going round. We're back now to Schönbrunn being the 5th dam. This horse. I dread to think what they bred. Yeah, this is a very good line. Schönbrunn is the 5th dam of Stachelita, winner of 10 of her 18 starts. Again, a prolific line, you see. 14 of 18 victories and over $2 million worldwide. Won the Prix Saint-Hilaire, the Prix de Diane, the French Oaks, the Prix Vermeil, the Prix Rose de Mai at 4. She won the Prix Jean Romanet and the Le Coupe. She was second in the Nassau in England. And at 5, they started travelling her a bit. She won the Beverly D in the USA and the Flower Bowl Invitational in the USA, as well as finishing placed in the United Nations States. Out in America, very good horse. And she was one of the dam. She is, in fact, the dam of one of Frankham's first ever Group 1 winners, if I remember correctly, Soul Stirring, out in Japan, who ended up winning 5 of her 16 starts and 303 million yen. She was the winner of the Group 2 Hanshin Juvenile Fillies at 2. She also won the Japanese Oaks at 3, as well as the Group 3 Tulip Show as well. There you go, Stachelita. Schönbrunn doesn't even figure in the pedigree of Soul Stirring these days. That's such the depth of these pedigrees. Other horses that I found, a bit nearer the modern day, Zagreb. Very lightly raced horse. Only raced 4 times, winning twice. One of them was the Irish Derby. You can see that Schönbrunn is the 3rd dam. It's very closely related to the last horse we looked at, because there's Southern Seas again. Sabera is another one. Sabera won the German Oaks among her 3 victories. German Oaks of 1964. You'll see there that we're getting very close now to the good horses. Schwartz-Blario there and Schwarzgold, 2nd and the 3rd and the 4th dam now. These were good horses back in the day, these were. Stuyvesant was another one. Winner of 7 of 24 starts. $282,000. That was the German Derby winner in the day, 1976. He also won the Gran Premio de Milan, Group 1 and the Group 2 German St. Leger, and the Hansa Prize, and became a stallion in Holland. That was out of Sabrera, the horse we just looked at. Very good line, this. Absolutely incredible. Salamina, foaled in 2009, won 4 of her 5 starts. Some of these horses just don't like losing, do they? At €268,000. Where are we at now with these? We're a bit further back now. We're getting about to the equivalent of where we are with ours. You see, the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th dam are the heavy hitters. So they're about the level of ours away, and they're still producing top quality horses like this. 4 out of 5 wins. Won the German Oaks, which is now a Group 1 now, when Salamina won it in 2012. And she won the 2003 Hamburg Stoughton Prize as well. And she, I forget, is the dam of one of the first ever horses I followed out in Japan, Salios. Salios won 5 out of his 15 starts. In the first 3, 9 out of 15, 389 million yen, and another 2.6 million Hong Kong dollars. At 2, he won the Group 3 Saudi Arabia World Cup, and he won the Asahi High Futurity Group 1. At Group 3, won the Group 2 Manichi Akan, and then chased home Contrail in 2 classics. And at 3, he won the Hong Kong Mile. And at 5, he won the Manichi Okan, another Group 2 race. A world-class horse, really. No other words about it. And now at Stallion, according to this, in 2022. Lovely. That's all I can say about that. Brilliant horse. I remember watching him go around a few times. Very, very lovely to watch it was. And further back, where's the Salios, you see, is out of Salamina. Swazi. Oh, there's a few Swazis, is there? This one foaled in 1973, won 9 out of 26 starts, just over £50,000. Won the German 2000 Guineas of 1976. You see there that the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th dam are the horses that we're referring to. Soto Grand, another one. They'll keep coming for a while yet. We've got a couple more yet. Soto Grand won the German 2000 Guineas of 1984 as well. 4 out of 21 starts, produced on the right day. You'll see there that the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th dam are the horses in question. Slenderella had a nice career. Won 5 out of 9 starts, €84,000. She won the German 1000 Guineas of 1984 when they weren't paying euros. And she was also won the German Oaks in a dead heat in the same year with Las Vegas. Another very good dam. And you'll see there that Schwartz Blariot, they're not with the same horses, but Sunika is in a few as well. A couple of Japanese horses now. Buena Vista, 2008 Japan, best 2-year-old filly, another winner on this line of the Hanshin Juvenile fillies. Oh no, Salios won the Colts version, didn't he? Oh no, it was Soul Stirring that won the fillies version. Sorry, my mistake. He won the Group 3 Tulip Show as well, and the Oka Show as well. You'll see there that Schwartz Blariot is the 5th dam, the 6th and 7th dam are the other 2 horses. World class. And Manhattan Cafe. I mean, look at this one. 522 million yen. This one won. Winner of 6 of his 12 starts. Japanese St. Leger on the Arima Kinen and the Tenno Show. 2009 leading sire in Japan before Deep Impact came along, it's fair to say. Very good horse, Manhattan Cafe. Schwartz Blariot, the 4th dam. Schwartz Gold, the 5th dam. And the other one, the 6th dam. And then right back to the very beginning with a horse that won the 1935 German 2000 Guineas, I think. Yeah, and the Derby. Sternvogel. Doesn't tell us it did there, though, but it did. I trust this site implicitly. This site is telling me that horse won them races. It won them races. And you'll see there, that is even before. That must be even before the dams we're looking at. Schwarzer Kutter must be the dam of, and she is, look, Schwarzer-Liesel, incredible pedigree. So that's a full sister to the horses we're even looking at as a classic winner. And then we're virtually at the history of the linelet. Oh yeah, there she is. Schwarzer Kutter. Incredible horse. Maigret, it's fair to say, the other one. Followed a few horses on this little section over the years. And some of them really are top class, as you've seen yourself. Before I wrap this video up, what we're going to do is I will show Maigret win, and then we'll get on with our lives. I think this has been an epic video to record, and I'm sure it's quite long to watch as well.
Maigret ist in Position, fehlt noch Anton der Gütige. So, der ist startklar, wir sind soweit, alle Pferde in den Boxen, 5. Rennen. Und der Start erfolgt zum großen Preis des Lakis im Kö-Quartier, Juniorenpreis. So, wer geht an die Spitze? Maigret kommt von außen gleich gut nach vorne, während erstmal Anton der Gütige hinten die letzte Position hat, nachdem er langsam aus der Box kam. The King of My Heart ist Zweiter. Und dann haben wir Teresa Mendoza mit Augustus vor Anton der Gütige. Es geht zum Ende der Kastanienallee, sprich Gegenseite. Und die Führungsposition hat hier weiterhin Maigret. An zweiter Stelle innen dann The King of My Heart, außen begleitet von Teresa Mendoza. Dann ist es Augustus und einige Längen dahinter Anton der Gütige. So geht es jetzt für die Kandidaten gleich den Berg hinauf unter Führung von Maigret. Der hat etwa 2 Längen Vorteil. Maigret dahinter an der Außenseite Teresa Mendoza mit The King of My Heart vor Augustus und dann Anton der Gütige nochmal 4, 5 Längen dahinter. Es geht den Berg hinauf weiterhin mit Maigret, dahinter außen Teresa Mendoza, The King of My Heart innen vor Augustus und dann 6, 7 Längen zurück jetzt Anton der Gütige, der doch schon gerecht mächtig unter Druck ist. Vorne im Schlussbogen aber weiter Maigret. Jetzt kommt außen Teresa Mendoza mit dem gut aussehenden ersten Versuch vorbeizuziehen. Dahinter The King of My Heart und dann außen wird jetzt auch Augustus in die Entscheidung geworfen. Vorne legt aber Maigret erstmal zu. Und wie? Maigret mit 1,5, 2 Längen vor The King of My Heart, außen Augustus. Jetzt auf Platz 3 vorbei an Teresa Mendoza. Aber Maigret, der stiefelt hier unbeeindruckt weiter. 2 Längen Vorteil vor The King of My Heart. Und das sieht gut aus. Und ist der zweite Tagestreffer für das Gestüt Karlshof. Der Maigret mit anderer Starke ist hier nicht zu stoppen. The King of My Heart wird Zweiter. Und dann ist es dahinter Augustus vor Teresa Mendoza und Anton der Gütige.
Yeah, it was a very, very impressive performance, I think, there from Maigret. Really was impressive, I thought. Just a set a steady gallop, despite me watching the wrong horse for a while. He just set a steady gallop, come into the straight, and it was relentless. Looked pretty relentless, didn't it? Not many of the other horses got into the race, it's fair to say. And with a pedigree like you've just seen, it's a frightening horse, really, looking at that against the Germans. We've got Narrativo in the same division and Borna, 3 colts now. But Maigret would be, I would say, a much more solid proposition than the pair of them. Right, I'm going to end this video now. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video. It's very much appreciated. All being well, I'll be back soon with some more videos in the future. But for now, take care, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care.